I am terrified of losing my ambition. And I'm terrified because I feel like I'm already losing it. I feel like I've lost some of my passion. I've lost interest in things that I used to be interested in. I feel like I don't quite care as much about things. I feel more detached than I used to. And it's scary because I used to kind of build up my identity on this hustle culture thing and this grind set kind of attitude. And I was really harnessing a lot of masculine energy by placing my worth on like what I do rather than how I be. The actions that I take and the efforts that I put in, how productive I am in the world. And I think there's two ways to move in the world. We're either like running away from something or towards something. And I think more often than not, how our journey starts is we're running away from something, especially if you're chasing money and status and fame and, material acquisition. It usually starts from running away from perceived insufficiencies and inadequacies in life and feeling empty, I guess, just feeling lack in general. So we're driven to run away from that and just try to artificially fill the void and gain external validation from people. And so that's certainly the camp that I've been in. The flip side of that is feeling divinely inspired towards some kind of calling or feeling inspired to help people or to pursue a certain purpose or relay a message or create something valuable in the world. And I would like to try to tell myself that it was that, but I'd be lying to myself if I said that I wasn't, running away from lack. And I know it's from, in my childhood, we've all had these moments of feeling inadequate or inferior to others or feeling any certain kind of way like we're not good enough. And the way that I would cope with it at that time was to tell myself that one day I'm gonna be blank. Like one day I'm gonna be better, one day I'm gonna excel, one day I'm going to redeem myself for all of my perceived lacks, earlier in my life. And since I have backlogged so many iterations of that affirmation to myself, it has become a belief that my whole life sort of hinges on at this point, that if I do not excel in the world in some way, and how you even define like if you've done it or you've made it in the first place is a whole nother story, right? Because when are we ever truly satiated in this state of mind? But I feel like if I don't do those things, then it's as if I will have never redeemed myself for the struggles that I went through or these negative feelings that I had before. Like what would have been the point of all of that if I didn't let it fuel me towards compensating in some way for that and being better or something in the future. And I'm having a lot of trouble letting go of that for that very reason, just as I said, like I'm kind of hinging upon that to happen, and I'm making such a big deal out of it. But ironically, I think it's like my biggest obstacle to what I want anyway. But what we really want is the feelings that we think we're gonna feel by having this thing or being this person, you know? And the way to move in the world is to prioritize the feeling that you want and then let the inspiration, pull you towards something that's aligned with you. But it's so scary. It's like a leap of faith to trust that if you let it all go, you are going to be moved in a direction. Because what if you're not? Like what if you don't have a purpose? What if you don't have any ambition anymore? So while I feel like I put all this kind of undue pressure on myself to X, Y, and Z, it's like from the mindset that I'm in now, I'm scared to let that go because I'm scared of the outcome. Like I'm scared that I might not have ambition if I don't make it happen, right? If I don't put the pressure on myself to make it happen. But this keeps me in this very like perpetual cycle of never feeling satisfied with myself and always having to prove my worth and stuff. And of course, like social media has only amplified that now that we see everybody else's best moments in life, and everybody now has access in a very public way to play this status game and the success game in life. And it also has a lot to do with like my spiritual journey as well. You know, I've gone through, you know, an awakening process for like the past 9 or 10 years. And I'm kind of at the phase now where I just feel like a normal person again, you know? Like, I feel like in the beginning I was really performing it and like really, you know, making it known that I was some kind of like spiritual person, or, you know, like trying to make it my identity or something. But what came with that is that I just have such a clear awareness that like there's no point in the material acquisition. Like it's all kind of just a distraction and an illusion anyway. So like I absolutely like don't buy into, at least intellectually and theoretically, I'm like, yeah, there's no point in any of this. I don't think I've ever like really truly believed that there was. Again, logically, intellectually, I can say that. My emotions, on the other hand, do their own thing, but then on the other hand, I'm like, okay, yes, all of that is true, but what if I just play the game anyway? Like, for fun, let's see what happens. And I think that's the right attitude to have, but again, I don't think I'm really moving from that place. There's definitely still this feeling of like, I have to do this or else. And so I'm so scared to let go of the pressure, even though I feel like I would be happier and I would kind of like enjoy myself more without the pressure. Um, you know, what would happen if I'm just a normal person? You know? What a thought. What if I was just a normal person that didn't do anything cool, you know, didn't make much money, didn't excel in the world, like nobody knew my name, nobody cared really, like it's just a normal life. For some reason, I feel so much dread and like fear of that idea. And so there's clearly, you know, something going on with that. And I don't know where to go with this. This is just my thought that it's like, I don't know for sure if I'm still gonna want the same things that I wanted. I don't know if I'm going to feel the same level of drive. I don't know if I'm going to succeed in the same kind of way. Succeed, quote unquote, if I let myself off the hook, so to speak. It's like I can let myself off the hook and then I'm free, but I don't know where that's going to take me. But I just feel like I can't keep living the way that I'm living right now in this kind of mindset because it's so draining. It's not very peaceful in my mind, and it just keeps you like stuck in this very insatiable cycle. When did it become so scary to just like be a normal person? I don't know, but that's like what I'm scared of for some reason. And I'm scared of just like letting go of the pressure that I put on myself. If I keep operating from this place, I might eventually achieve something, but maybe I won't ever appreciate it, or I won't really feel like fulfilled by it. But on the other hand, if I let it all go, what will happen? It's a very scary prospect for me. A very scary potential to think that I might just let go of like the whole identity. I kind of hinged my life on this certain outcome. but it's exhausting, truly. I feel exhausted by it. I don't know if I can keep it up. Yeah, that's all I have to say.